This is a review of dialysis for December 3rd, 2022. I went in, my weight was 75.7 kilograms. I set myself to pull 5 kilograms, or I told the nurse to do it, and I had a specific anxiety about asking for the treatment because they are always trying to adhere to some type of 3.7 kilogram limit on my fluid pulls, because they tried to tell me that my body was suffering from the high pulls. But I've adapted over the last 10 years and I can pull as much fluid off of my body without cramping as I want. And so through a roundabout means of different conversations with the facility manager and the social worker, they finally decided to bend the rules, which they could the whole time, and allow me to pull the amount of fluid off that I want. I don't know why they did that. Perhaps it's because of their actions. I probably have some type of case that I could bring against them and get monetary gains from them from their negligence. They put me in a hospital like at least 3 times since I've been in Delaware, and it's been like almost like 2 years and 2 months, 3 months. So anyway, going back to the review, I set myself to pull 5. I wanted to pull 5.5, but I felt apprehensive, so I said 5. The nurse didn't go ask Linda; she just put it through, and her behavior is inconsistent. She sometimes wants to tell me that she can't do it, and sometimes she just does it. Like, nobody has any kind of moral fiber or integrity or consistency when they're just programs trying to carry out a policy. So I pulled off 4,800. I had them give me 250 milliliters of saline during treatment because I felt a little anxiety. And I left there that day at 71.4 kilograms. It's Sunday. I'm about to go to work. I feel pretty good. Oh, by the way, I've been eating whatever I want for the past week and a half. And I've got to say that I feel pretty good. Like, even the anxiety that I have for like staring at a biscuit and then eating it and waiting for myself to start feeling sick, like, that doesn't happen anymore when I consume carbohydrates. Also, I can take like 7 units of insulin and cover any potassium or electrolyte imbalances that might be in my food and not have my blood sugar drop all crazy style. So like, my insulin resistance is becoming more balanced. It's not terribly low or terribly high like it's been in the past. It's somewhere in a happy medium. So it makes it easier for me to fast. It makes it easier for me to skip meals, and I can avoid that anxiety of impending low blood sugar. And I can avoid the bad feeling, which is kind of like an anxiety, but the terrible feeling of having high blood sugar after eating a meal. And I like eating vegetables and stuff like that. I just recognizing that I can't constantly eat vegetarian and plant-based because of my potassium caps. So I've been cycling into health and then cycling out into starch and meat. Cycling into health and cycling out into starch and meat. So that, like, eventually in those cycles, I'm doing this with my hand, in those cycles, the foods that I find toxic and deficient and lower vibrating, I'll have the minimal amount of them just to make sure that my blood chemistry is good. And the greater majority of the things that I eat will be like fruits and vegetables and herbs. Everything's looking good. I'm still doing the 3 bitters, and I believe that my mental clarity, my my gains in muscle tone and loss of useless fat that's just been sitting around on my body for years. It might be due to that. The three bitters, like, they don't taste bad anymore. Like, I still taste it, like, but at first I used to have to wince and I used to suffer and like like trying to drink it, and I had terrible anxiety coming up to the point where I'm gonna drink it. And now I just go. Oh, it tastes like it tastes. It's not that bad. Go, and I'm good. I got my tea for the day in, and other herbs that I take that were terribly nasty in the past, I can just handle it. I believe that it's because of I want to say microbacteria, but I'm going to use the word microorganisms that live in your mouth and live on your tongue. And you hear how my tongue is kind of whitish? Like, they live there, and I think they influence how you experience your sense of taste and how that experience is connected to your emotions. Makes it so that those microorganisms can kind of rule you in a way if you're constantly seeking flavors that you approve of. So I got a terrible zip there. I keep thinking it's like a lint on my face. That's all right. So probably should edit that out, but I won't. We're gonna keep it real and keep it raw, like old boy be talking about. And so those things are of note and worth thinking about. And I feel like I've been taking steady steps forward. And I just want to express gratitude for any likes. And I want to express gratitude for anybody who watches my video and gets something out of it and uses it. I'm putting myself out here, and it's very therapeutic for me. And it helps me keep my treatments and my own mental state, like my mental clarity. It helps me stay on top of the things that I care about. And so, like, literally, there's a subtext of dialysis in here, but I'm just telling y'all about my life and how I'm killing it out here, man. Like, these doctors in the past, man, like, they didn't treated me like garbage as a black man with Medicare, dealing with all sorts of discrimination in the world, what you call classism. And things like that. It's like I could have $1 million in my pocket, but when I present my Medicare card, like, I'm basically crap. I'm not supposed to have the Medicare card if I have $1 million anyway, I guess. So, you go in there and they put you into this place and they want you to become all these terrible things that allow you to depend on them. And, shame on you people for looking for monetary gains and locking yourself into a system where you need to exploit others under the guise of helping them. Shame on you for doing that. And, shame on all these monopolies and these companies that move around like entities without any kind of responsibility. Knowing that they can just pay a fine or something like that and not have consequences levied against their company for destroying people and destroying the world, destroying communities, and just upholding racism and all sorts of shitty things that have to do with American society right now. So there it is. I feel like I trailed away from the point. So, like I say at last video, I say peace and have a nice day.